Welcome back, guys, into this tutorial. In this tutorial, we're going to see how to install and host Ghost Blog on Amazon Web Services. So for those of you who don't know, Blog is a very simple and straightforward blogging platform. It's very fast, it's very good looking. It comes with a default theme called Casper, but you can either style this theme or download other themes or customize your theme, so build your theme from scratch if you have any knowledge about handlebars and those coding languages. So as I was saying before, Ghost is a free platform, and if you decide to host this blog with the Ghost hosting services, then it comes with a price. And the price is, well, I would say a little bit expensive for those of you who don't really know if blogging is for you, or just, you just want to try it out. And it starts with $29 billed monthly. So $29 per month billed annually. And if you decide to have like a pay-as-you-go kind of things, then you can have like the monthly plan, and this will cost you $36 per month. And there are different price bands, and this all depends on the amount of views you get per month and how many users you want them to be. And I mean, if you decide to go with them, it's fully managed by them. If the server goes down, they'll deal with that. And you have the SSL keys as well. But I'm going to show you a way on how to install Ghost for free, and how to host it and put it live using Amazon Web Services, the free tiers, for 1 year for free. So let's get started with that. The first thing that I want to do is to go and buy a domain name. So I'm going to use GoDaddy, and the domain I've chosen is myvitamintravel.com. And I want to create a traveling blog, so I think this is quite nice. So I'm just going to do continue to cart. It's nice and cheap, as you can see. It's a bit slow. And nice, we're done. Now, the next thing that I want to do is to create an Amazon account with the AWS services. So sign into console. And then what you want to do is to create a new Amazon account. It'll take you to this page. And then you have to insert your email address. So in my case, it's going to be hellovitaminT@gmail.com. Yeah. And then a password. I don't want to use this one, so I'm going to use okay. Okay. And I'm going to call it my vitamin travel. Just going to continue. I'm going to save the password, and then just going to quickly fill those guys here. Okay, it's all done. So I'm just going to select this free one, and then all I need to do is to sign into my console. Next, save the stuff, because I'm lazy. Okay, and now it should be all done. Okay, so you're here in your console now. I assume you have like some basic knowledge of AWS services and how to orient yourself in your console. So just here, like the region where you want your instance to be installed. In my case, it's North California, but you can choose like whatever you want. So the next thing that I want to do is to actually go into my EC2, and I'm going to launch an instance, which is going to be like a mini computer hosted somewhere in North California. Okay, as you can see, I have 0 instances on this account. So I just go to launch instance, and then I'm going to select my machine image. So what image I want this instance to be installed. And I'm going to go for the Ubuntu server 16 one. You could choose the 18 one. They're both well supported by Ghost. So I'm going to just select. And then, yeah, so this one is eligible for the free tier. So configure the instance details. You really want to leave this one untouched. Add storage, just leave it as it is for the free tier. Then add tags. You don't really want to do anything with that. You will need a security group with SSH, and then I'm going to put my IP address. And then you want to add another rule. You can do this later, but I'm just going to do this now. And want to set it from anywhere. This is an HTTP security group that will listen to the port 80. And then you will also need to add the HTTPS port. They will listen to port 443. And you will need this for your SSL certificate. So I'm just going to go from here, anywhere, and then we're going to launch. Yeah, launch. And here, so basically you would need to create a key pair in order to SSH into your account remotely. So I'm just going to create a new key pair, and then I would add a name to it, and I'm going to call it vitamin T, which stands for vitamin travel, and then download key pair. And you really want to store it somewhere safe, because you will need this every time you want to SSH into your instance. So launch instance, and now it's launching. Good. Now it is now here pending, but as soon as it's done, then it will turn green. And as you can see here, you have your public DNS and your public IP address, and you can find it here as well. So I'm just going to go and store the my key pair somewhere safe. As you can see, it's really well organized. I've created a folder here on my desktop, and then I'm going to do just like that. And now I have my key pair here in this folder. Okay, now let's see what point is that. And now it's running. It's all nicely done. Everything is working perfectly, and that's nice. Now, what we want to do is to SSH into this instance. So the way I'm going to do this is to click on connect, and then it's going to give me some instructions on how to do that. So you need to open up your terminal, and then what you want to do is to go into the space or folder where you've stored your key pair. So in my case, it's desktop, so I'm going to go into my desktop. And it's a folder which I think I called vitamin T, yeah. Oops. Okay, now I'm inside the folder. Just going to put this back here. Okay, now if I type in ls, this will show me all the stuff that my folder has. In this case, it's here, vitamin t.pem. Now you want to give the right permission to basically open up this folder. You want to have the right permission to open up this folder. So all you need to do is to just like copy and paste this command. Okay, and now you have to SSH into your instance. So just copy and paste this code here. Are you sure to continue? Yes. Okay, now as you can see, I'm inside the instance. That's wonderful. Now what you want to do is to install the relevant packages. So you have to do sudo apt -get, then update. Nice. Now you want to update the install packages. So sudo apt get upgrade. Yes. Right. Now let's go ahead and install Nginx. So sudo apt get install Nginx. Now, what you want to do is to activate your firewall. So open your firewall for HTTPS connections. So sudo, then fw allow Nginx full, so that we give it full permission. Good. Now, the next thing that you want to do is to install your database. In this case, it's MySQL. So sudo apt get install MySQL server. Yes. Okay, it's going to ask for a password, and you have to insert this password. So Okay, and repeat the password. Right, now the next thing that you want to do is to install Node.js. So the way you do this is by typing curl SL HTTPS and then deb. Okay, and then you have to type sudo apt get install Node.js. Right, now everything is running smoothly. Now let's go ahead and install the Ghost CLI. So the way you do that is to type sudo npm install Ghost CLI at latest G. And what's it's going to do is to install the Ghost CLI, the latest version, globally. So let's go ahead and do that. It's going to take a little bit. Right, should be all done. To see whether it's installed correctly, just type in ghost help. Yeah, all good. Now let's make a directory where we want to install our Ghost block locally. So the way we do that is, probably you already know that, so sudo make dir, which stands for make directory. Okay. Oh god, I can't spell today. Make dir. And then the directory is called var, then www, and then ghost. Okay. Now what I have to do is to type in chown, and I have to give special permission to this user here, so Ubuntu, to access that folder. So Ubuntu, and then var www, and then ghost. Okay. And now you have to give that like special permission, 775, and then var www ghost. And now you just have to go inside that folder. So it's var, so cd, and then onto var, oh, come on. And cd ghost. Okay, now I'm inside the ghost folder. And now what I'm going to do is install Ghost locally here. Oh, spelling mistake. Okay, in the meanwhile that that's installing, I just want to go and link this instance to a domain. So the way I'm going to do that is to go on services and search for root 53. And then I have to create a hosted zone. DNS management, and then create hosted zone, and then click here, and you have to insert your domain, which is myvitamintravel, I think. Yeah, myvitamintravel.com. Okay, oops. You have to paste it here, myvitamintravel.com. So you have to click on create. And then you want to change the name servers. So you want to make this the place where you want to change your DNS records and everything. I mean, it's just a matter of convenience. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. So you have to basically copy and paste the name service values and paste it into your DNS of your registrar, which in my case is GoDaddy. So you just have to click on DNS. And then if you scroll all the way down on name servers, you just click on change. Probably it's going to throw an error saying that it's dangerous to change that. Yeah, there we go. So enter my own name servers. Yeah, there we go. So changing name servers is risky, but we like risks. So there are 4 of them. Okay, in the meanwhile, what you can do is to go into your EC2 instance and then copy your public DNS, public IP address, sorry, just like that. And then go back into your root 53. And what you want to do is to create some A records that will associate your domain name to your IP address. So the way you do that is to click on create record set, and then you have to paste your public IP address just like that, without the www. Then you click on create, and then you want to do the same thing, but with the www version. So no matter what, if the user will type in your domain name without www or with the www, then it will always point to this IP address. So create, okay. Just making sure that it propagates. Okay, so let's assume it all went well, even though I don't know if it did. So let's go ahead and enter your blog URL. So HTTP, let's start with that. And then you have to insert your blog URL, so your domain name, which in my case is myvitamintravel.com. And click enter. And then MySQL hostname, let's leave it with localhost. And then username, I'm just going to add root. And then it's going to ask for the password. And the password we added before, it was the password you entered. And then let's give it with, leave it with ghost prod, and it should be all good. So do you wish to set up ghost MySQL? Yes. And then do you wish to set up Nginx? Yes. Then click yes. And you wish to set up your SSL? Yes. And we have to enter the email address. And it should be all done. Now it's going to go to Let's Encrypt and get the SSL certificates. And the SSL certificates will just add a lock to basically identify our website as a secure website. Okay, do you use systemd? Yes. And do you want to start Ghost? Yes. Now it's going to give us an address. There we go. It all went well. So to go into your dashboards, then it is your domain name and then /ghost. So if you type it in without the domain name, then it's the proper website. So let's go ahead and see if it worked. And now we should be in our dashboard. Well, actually, it's going to ask us to sign in first. There we go. So create your account, and then site title, that's going to be my vitamin travel, and then full name, it's going to be the same. Oh, come on. Yep. Email address is going to be hello vitamint@gmail.com, and then the password. Okay, so you can write this stuff later. Okay. And now you can see that it's still not secure. And we'll make it properly secure in a second. So as you can see now, you're in your Ghost blog in the dashboard. I'm not going to go into the nitty-gritty on how to style things around. Probably I'm going to leave this for another video. But just so you know, we just created your blog. It is pointing into the right IP address. It's live. So if you, for example, go here, then without the ghost, /ghost, then you will see that this is what other people will see, and that you can probably see by now because it's live. So that was a success. Now, the other thing that we have to do is to just add the lock to make sure that we redirect the users every time they type in this domain name, with or without the www dot. Then the connection is secure. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, let's clear this now. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm just going to cd ghost. So I just entered the ghost folder. Now, what I want to do is to type in ghost, is to configure the URL, HTTPS, actually HTTP, and then my IP address, which is my vitamintravel.com. Okay. Now, I just have to do ghost setup Nginx SSL. Okay, it says that the configuration is already done for this URL. And now I want to do the www version. So ghost HTTPS and then www.my config URL. It should be good. Yeah. And then you have to do the same. So ghost setup nginx SSL. Okay, enter the email again. Now it's creating the certificate. Okay, I'm going to try and do the same with the config URL http www dot okay, and now I want to do the same but without the www for the http. Now I have to do ghost okay, that already exists. Now let me go back here, ghost setup, just to make sure that everything is nicely installed, SSL. Okay, now what we want to do is to add a few lines of code to basically redirect the user. So I just have to go back. Okay, and now what I have to do is to go into etc, so cd etc, and then there should be nginx somewhere. So cd nginx, yeah, and now I have to go into my sites enabled. So cd sites enabled. There we go. And now what I have to do is to go into this folder here. So the way I do that to modify it is sudo nano and then the name of the folder. So okay, and I'm now inside the folder. Now I just have to go all the way down here and add this line of code, which is return 301 https and then www.myvitamintravel.com and then $ request underscore URI. Okay, now we have to Control X to exit and save. Yes, we want to save these changes. Right, now we want to do the same with this one here. So let's do sudo nano, then www.myvitamintravel.com.conf. Okay, and now we have to just paste this line here. And again, return 301 https, then www. Then $ request underscore URI. Okay, now let's save and go back. And now we have to do the same to this file here. Okay, so the file that you don't want to touch is this one here. Okay, but the www and then the .com SSL. So let's go ahead and do that. So sudo nano, remember this file here. So myvitamintravel.com SSL.conf. Return URI. Okay, just going to get out of here, and now it should be all done. Now the next thing that you want to do, restart the system here. Okay. Okay. Okay, and now you see that it worked, and we have the certificate, which is released by Let's Encrypt. Now, if we type in www.myvitamintravel.com, or if we type in just myvitamintravel.com, it'll work. And yeah, that is all done.